Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is still Thursday. It is April 6, 2023. So, change of plans. We're going to talk about that in just a second. I'll give you an update of what is going on. But first I kind of wanted to see where we were at in here. So here is stink bug. He can go out. Second coat on the beehive, so that part of it is ready to go, and we will kind of see. But I wanted to see what we're at here. I may have to run the generator on this a little bit later. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. I'll try to do it this way. We're at 58%. Yeah, 58%. Now the sun's coming back out. Maybe it'll start kicking up a little bit. But yeah, it's been a kind of partly cloudy type of day here at the homestead. All right, so here's the deal. If you guys remember, I was talking about running a bobcat, okay, and having the bobcat brought in next week, and doing it that way. And then that way Ronnie said he knows how to run the bobcat, so he could run the bobcat. He would be putting gravel in the road, and then we would be putting some in my truck as well, and doing it like that, okay? Well, I went today and talked to the rental place. And so we were going to get the bobcat for next Friday. And so he's like, yeah, that'll be $811. And I went, excuse me? Because it's like $250 something or whatever it is for the rental itself of the bobcat for the day. I go, excuse me? He goes, yeah, it's it'll be $811. I go, why is it so much? $225 to drop it off, and then another $225 for them to come and pick it up. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of what I like to call a little phrase, gouging. But I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. So it'd be $450 just for them to drop it off and then to pick it back up. Then the rental, and then obviously if you do the rental, you got to make sure you put diesel back into the machine at the same level, or otherwise they charge you like a ridiculous amount for the diesel if you don't do that. And and so I'm like, yeah, no, we're not going to do that. And so being out in the country is a wonderful, beautiful thing, because we were talking about other options. I was talking to one of the guys in my group. I actually was on the phone with him, and I'm driving down my road, and there's a guy loading up his bobcat on his truck, and we're talking. And so I stopped and started talking with him. Well, I'm going to have him come in, and he has his has a big truck, like a dump truck type of thing, but not as big as it can't hold 25 tons or anything like that, but it's a good sized truck, and he has his bobcat. And so I had talked to him, and at first I asked him, does he rent it? And he said no. And I said, well, are you for hire? And he said yes. And so talked with him, and told him where I was, and he goes, oh yeah, I know where that area is. And he says, $75 an hour. And I don't know about you guys, but him doing the work, he's paying for his own fuel. He's going to be able to load his truck up and dump the gravel in the road itself, in the tracks for us. He said, yeah, it'll probably take about a half a day, so 4 hours. So we're looking at like $400. That's a lot more reasonable, in my opinion, because number one, I don't have to pay for any fuel. Number two, we're not doing the work. We're not one of the guys is not going to be spending the day in the bobcat, and we're not going to have to worry about loading up my truck with gravel and then bringing it in and unloading it. So that's just a win-win all the way around. So that's the change of plans. That's what we're gonna go with. I'm gonna give him a call after Easter. I'll give him a call next week, and I'm gonna try to set up a day before everybody gets here, because he doesn't need any help, obviously. And so that's what we're gonna do. And so, you know, that's I think that would be a very workable thing, and pretty excited about that. It's weird how things do come together. Is that a rock down there? So like I'm like a little kid over here. Hold on, I think is that a rock or is that the tarp? Looks like a tarp. Actually, that's not a rock. That is one of the tarps, blown all the way down the hill. I wonder how that happened. Yeah, it's one of the tarps. I'm like, what is that? So anyway, I'll be grabbing this while I'm down here. But you can see down here, actually, where everything is starting to green up, which I'm very happy for, very excited about. Yeah, there's a tarp. Because from looking up on top, it almost looked like a rock. But it's obviously not a rock. Oh, you got a tennis ball. I don't know where she got a tennis ball from, but there's a nice little steepness. I was riding this down with the lawnmower. I don't know if you can kind of tell, that's pretty steep. Not a whole lot of fun. That's why I had him hit up there to open that area up, because it was even steeper. It was like being on a juggernaut. So now it won't be as bad, hopefully. So, but anyway, so that's what's going to happen here. Then moving forward, with having gravel brought in, I will just have Danny bring in a load of gravel and spread it on the road. We should, hopefully, you know, everything is hopefully. The weather, we got like a little rain, like we're supposed to have maybe some rain today. We've had nothing. Possible showers in the morning tomorrow, and so we'll see what happens with that. But hopefully, well then after that we got like 8-9 days of absolutely dry weather, which means the road is pretty dried out right now, and as long as we don't get a tremendous amount of rain tomorrow, Danny would be able to get his truck in here, and that would be amazing to be able to do that. And so then he can just start spreading it on the road. So hopefully, if everything goes according to the new plan, before everybody comes down next weekend, I will have a lot more gravel in this road, which will make it easier for people to get in and out of here. So that's kind of the game plan. And so we're going to see how that all works out, and hopefully that works out well. But so good news. You know, one thing don't work out, and because there was no way I was gonna, you know, we were gonna pay $800 for something that we're gonna be able to use for 8 hours, because then it's on a time. You know what I mean? It's on a timer, and so you're only allowed to use 8 hours for a day. And if you go over that, then they charge you for that as well. So worked out for the best. Really happy. So you know, that's why, you know, people will say, oh well, you know, you're all over the place. You can't be locked in stone with one thought process, guys. You have to be willing to roll with the punches. Everything's not going to always go the way that you hoped it would go. It could be different. Okay, so that is part of it as well. So definitely a good thing. Really happy. And so, you know, oh, now my butt's ringing. Ronnie, give me just 1 second. All right, guys. So anyway, I'm going to jump off of here for now. Remember, we are all in this together. We are one race called the human race. As soon as we can figure that one out, we truly will be in much better shape. Also, remember to hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it's really important, and we tell the people that we care about every day how we feel. last but not least, STD, step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only person that's going to stop you from reaching your goals is you. That's it, nobody else. Stay positive, stay away from the negativity, and you're going to be just fine. All right? I hope everybody's having a wonderful day, and I will talk to you all later. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.